Did you know that there are tons of famous mainstream people who once played RuneScape? In this video, we are going to show you the absolute biggest content creators in the entire world who all started their gaming journeys with our beloved game. Some of these content creators are now literally famous millionaires who all started from the bottom at Lumbridge, and these content creators in the video will be getting bigger and bigger and more famous as the video goes on, and the last one is a literal god. Firstly, Tyler 1 is a man who is not exactly loved by the masses, but we cannot deny that he is a huge content creator. Currently, he has 2.7 million YouTube subscribers and over 5.3 million Twitch followers. He averages around 10 to 20,000 viewers whenever he goes live. But when you check out some of his oldest content on his YouTube channel, you'll find he's an absolute OG of RuneScape and has plenty of videos of him gaming RuneScape around 6 years ago. So he doesn't play RuneScape too much anymore, but he did jump on just about 6 months ago and people could not believe it. He ended up getting that little RuneScape itch, a little bit of the addiction back, and he did grind his account all the way to trying to get a fire cape, which was a pretty funny clip.
Yes! I actually did it! I actually did it! I actually did it! I did it! I actually did it!
But after this, he hasn't been known to jump on anymore. But Tyler 1 isn't the only big creator who played League of Legends that also enjoys a little bit of RuneScape, because Hyphonix was one of the biggest League of Legends streamers, and in his much calmer streaming days, he was even hired to broadcast some of the big events. However, after he started to become a bit too much of a liability for the company, they decided to stop working with him, which was around the same time that he made the massive announcement that he would be coming over to play RuneScape live on Twitch. He hit the RuneScape streaming scene with a massive bang and was doing some of the craziest content the game had ever seen, with some billion GP drop parties. And I remember one of these drop parties, half the game was talking about it. Everyone showed up. It was literally lagging and crashing the world. He was dropping so much GP. And of course, all of this GP was gained through staking, and eventually, like we know, all good things have to come to an end at the Jewel Arena, which is how his countless hours ended him with the biggest debt Oldschool RuneScape had ever seen at the time. And he racked up around 20 billion GP worth of debt from taking loans for people, and it just snowballed and got worse and worse when he kept on losing the massive stakes. Hyphonix's most famous RuneScape streaming days were when he lived in the content creator house with Alfie and another creator who goes by the name of Black, who has since been cancelled, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, this house hosted some of the craziest content Twitch had ever seen, but due to its degen nature, eventually Hyphonix got banned on Twitch. This was a blessing in disguise, because after moving to the YouTube streams, he has seen some absolutely incredible growth in popularity, and his clips are going so viral in the mainstream content world. And basically all of his content is when he just does some very funny Omegle trolling. He has 1.2 million YouTube subscribers and gets a ton of viewers, with some of his clips even getting into the tens of million views. But Tierzu is a lot more tame than Hyphonix, but is still an absolute beast in the content creation world, and he's a massive RuneScape fan who still seems to be very actively involved in the RuneScape community, but his YouTube channel currently has 3.69 million subscribers, and his videos get well into the millions of views every single time he uploads. His videos delve into the animal kingdom, and you can see the RuneScape references and health bars in so many of his thumbnails, which for us OGs is super cool to see, and he's basically taken gaming style YouTube videos and applied them to real life animals, which I think all of you would find pretty cool. Be warned, the next creator is one of the most loved, but yet also at times one of the most hated internet personalities the world has ever known, and it's none other than the infamous Ice Poseidon. He started during the early days streaming old school RuneScape and had many classic moments that will be remembered by the community forever. He was a pioneer in doing clue scrolls and other risky content on PvP worlds, and he'd have every stream sniper trying to PK him. It was here he started the Purple Army, a reference to all of the people in his clan creating purple dots on the mini-map who were there to try and save him while on these PvP worlds. And he also had a lot of classic moments during some duo streams with Bodhi.
Just a kiss, just a kiss.
We do this right.
You do it, you lead the way.
Oh, what, is that it?
Yeah, what am I meant to be doing?
You wimp, give him a proper...
smooch?
At least hold it.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So beautiful.
Many knew he was destined for huge things, and once he became too big for the old school RuneScape section, he ventured out to be one of the first ever people to do live streams in IRL circumstances. This, however, eventually got him permanently banned on Twitch because they had very loose guidelines back then, but it was also probably due to the fact that he frequently got swatted, and he even had that mainstream story where he got taken off a plane after leaking what flight he was on and having the trolls ring the airline saying some very nasty things. This, however, didn't stop Ice, who began streaming on YouTube. He now has over 700,000 subscribers on YouTube, but this slowly came to a halt, and many believed his streaming days were over. But since the rise of Kick, he has been absolutely dominating the live streaming category once again. He currently has over 130,000 followers on Kick and gains thousands and thousands of live viewers every stream. So keep an eye out for some of the huge things Ice will be doing over on Kick, but Ice Poseidon doesn't even come close to how famous the next streamer could have been, who is Hamlins. Now, some of you may remember Hamlins, who started a long time ago on RuneScape doing some humble PKing, and he would even give you a rap if you would drop a follow.
Her name Laws, man, she got that swamp tar. Say another word, her booty hole going far. Be man be throwing pipe left and right like every night.
And many could tell because of his personality and gaming ability that he had the talent to be a very successful streamer, but the community was still baffled when, surprisingly, at his absolute peak of a few hundred viewers in the RuneScape section, he decided to completely stop streaming RuneScape and headed over to Fortnite when it first came out and was starting to gain traction. And many did not see this as a good change at first, as his view count dropped drastically, but he stuck with it for months and months and eventually became one of the game's best players in the world. This 7-foot legend got signed to NRG, a huge Fortnite group, and since then never looked back. His rise to fame was just like Fortnite's success. It came extremely quickly. He gained over 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube and a whopping 2.5 million followers on Twitch. He was averaging tens of thousands of views when he went live during Fortnite's peak, and he was absolutely killing it. But unfortunately, after the success and millions of dollars, he randomly went MIA and doesn't go live anymore. Many have considered this to be due to the mental strain streaming can have on a person. Hamlins is still known to occasionally be spotted in an Odablock live stream just chatting and watching with the lads, so hopefully he's doing much better now, and personally I'd love to see a return from this legend. But another legend who I still frequently watch and has over 21.5 million subs on YouTube and is the biggest Australian YouTuber in the world is Laserbeam, and he didn't start his content creation career with RuneScape, but is very open that he used to play a whole bunch as a kid and also makes the occasional reference to it in some of his videos. He also has one of, if not the most viewed RuneScape video in the entire world, world, which is titled I Spent $10,000 Achieving My Dream. And in that video, he got 99 fletching by just spending a whole bunch of money on bonds. The video currently has 8.4 million views, but achieving 99 in a skill is one thing, but not many of the famous RuneScape players have been known to max an account, which cannot be said about Penguins, who maxed his account just 8 months ago and even put up a video titled "This Took Me 11 Years" that has 1.5 million views. He's very open that he played a lot as a kid and in the last few years has even been known to stream RuneScape to his behemoth of an audience. And Penguins also somewhat recently got paid by Jagex to stream RuneScape when Group Iron Man came out, which was pretty funny because he also stated that he would have come along and tried it on stream for free anyway.
Did Jagex actually pay you to play Group Iron Man? Yeah, and I was gonna do it for free anyway with my friends. So, that worked out real well.
But his videos and live streams of the game have been absolutely amazing for RuneScape, showing the content this game has to offer to literally millions of people, making him the biggest creator in the world that actively plays RuneScape. And this, in my opinion, could only be topped by one other person who is above all mere mortals, the man whose body was sculpted by none other than the Olympic gods themselves, and that is none other than the legendary Ziz, who played a lot of World of Warcraft, and I'm pretty sure he played some RuneScape too. But if you know anyone else who could have made this list, make sure to comment them down below. Your likes massively help out the videos. Thank you so much for the support, and we'll see you legends next time.